Hello, this is Priscilla. I am your conversational English coach for today. I'm excited to be here and present to you a lesson about shark attack. Thank you, Fidel, for joining me. How are you today? Fidel, are you able to hear my voice? Fidel, if you can hear my voice, please say hello and you can introduce yourself. If not, I will just talk for a little while. I'll let you write something in the chat in there. Okay, so there. As your conversational English coach today, we're going to talk about shark attack, and we're going to observe how we read, how we comprehend, and what we can do to improve our ability to converse easily in English using my method of repeating, summarizing, timing, and discussing an article that may be of interest, but at any rate, if it's not of interest, it is a short article. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the article, and I will read it first, and we'll start from there with my reading the article. The title of this article is Shark Attack. It was a hot, sunny day. The waves off Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of a distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then the fun ended. One surfer started yelling. Surfers on the beach saw him swinging his arms. He went underwater. Then he came back up shouting for help. He was in big trouble, said one woman on shore. She called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They could not see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again, the surfer went under. Four surfers hopped onto their boards and swam rapidly out to the surfer. By the time they got to him, he was alone. The shark had given up on the taste of the rubber wetsuit and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 24-year-old man was groaning in pain, but he was still alive. The surfers put him on a board and paddled back to shore. I don't think he's going to make it, said someone on the beach. Look at that leg. A helicopter arrived shortly afterward. Paramedics hopped out and examined the victim. They thanked the surfers and the woman for their aid and put the man into the chopper. A hospital spokesman said an hour later that the surfer would survive. He was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do and because the waves were still good, most of the surfers were out on their boards. That was the story that we will be reading today. We will be discussing, and we will create our own story as we engage in conversational English. Hello, Adela. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. Thanks for asking.
Great. And David, how are you today?
I am so energetic, Priscilla.
Great. It's good to see you both. I'm happy to have you both here with me. What you were just listening to was my rendition of Shark Attack. Now, we're going to read and discuss this article about shark attacks. At the end of this session, I want you to have a pretty good understanding of how to use the vocabulary that you find in this story. Not so much that you do not already know the words, but I want you to be able to create a story on your own as you develop your conversational skills in speaking excellent English. All right? So here's what we're going to do. Hello, Selma. Welcome to class. And I'm excited that you're here with us.
Hello, teacher. Thank you so much.
Okay, and Fidel, I see that you may be in now. You were in earlier, but you were not able to speak. I hope you can speak now, Fidel. Could you just say hello? Fidel, are you able to speak now? Okay, maybe not. All right, I'm going to go ahead and assign you all a number. You know, it's easier sometimes to just assign a number than to type your name. And here are the numbers. Fidel will be number 1. Selma will be number 2. David will be number 3. And Adela will be number 4. And our story for today is Shark Attack. I will correct you as you read. I will try to help you with your pronunciation as you read. But primarily, I'm interested in your ability to speak English. Well, not speak English, but speak conversationally in conversation. Let's take a look at this picture here. And I will start with, if Fidel, are you here now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Can you look at this picture and tell me what you see? Just tell me what you see. You can name all of them or you can name just a few of them. Tell me what you see in the picture.
Okay. I see helicopter maybe is one of the 911 because I see the people shooting.
Okay, just for now, just tell me, you don't have to give me an explanation, just tell me what you see. So you see a helicopter, what else do you see?
Okay, ang scene of ang shark attack. People shooting and
okay. And tell me where these pictures are. For example, there's a lady on your left that is yelling. There's a lady on the right. That's the second picture down on the right. Tell me where these pictures are located. I'm listening for your speaking ability.
The beach? They probably are the beach.
Okay. Are you still talking? I don't hear you anymore. All right, let us come back to you, Fidel. Selma, can you do the same? Can you look at the picture and tell me what you see? Tell me where the picture is. Hello, Ali. Ali, you will be number 5. Okay. Selma, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Could you look at the pictures and tell me what you see? I want you to talk to me and explain where the picture is. For example, in the center of the page, you see a helicopter.
On the top of the page, I can see a strong wave and a surfer who's trying to surf these huge waves in a sunny day. And in the middle of the picture, I can see surgeons and some women who are yelling and shouting. And on the last of on the end of the page, I can see a shark is attacking a man, and he's causing him very serious injuries.
Okay, good. And David, could you do the same? Can you tell me the location of several of these pictures or all of them as you describe, as you tell me what you see?
Okay. In the top, there is a surfer guy that is walking on the beach. He's also surfing a wave in the right. There are a couple of ladies shouting, and there is a medical doctor. In the middle, 2 helicopters and a surfer guy. And below there is 2 pictures about the shark attacking the surfer and how is being cured, and some tables of salt.
Okay, good. And Adela,
I can see near to the helicopter a surfer with a neoprene, I think neoprene wear dress. I don't know the name. And the surfer on the top carry as a board, a surfing board.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good.
And yes, it's not more, I think.
Okay, that's good. Ali, could you look at the picture and tell me what you see?
Okay.
Ali,
Yeah,
Ali, unmute your mic. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I see a helicopter that I think that maybe make
Where is the helicopter located? Is it in the middle of the paper?
yes, center paper and middle.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, yeah. I think that they save or making a save someone who can who could made a surf on the sea, but I think that he's become injured,
Mm-hmm.
and helicopter is go to ambulance
Okay.
to save the man by making a surgery.
Okay. Okay, that's good. All right, so now what we're going to do is take our turns and read, and everyone has their number. Ali, you are number 5. Fidel, did you get back? Were you able to get in, Fidel?
Yes,
Fidel.
I am,
Okay.
I am back. Thank you.
Okay, great. Can you look at the pictures now and tell me what you see?
Yes. Okay. Here's the scene of the in a beach where people are shouting, yelling, and they are afraid. I can see a shark, and the foot of a person was attacked.
He was attacked. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask you to stop right there. And there's still a little distortion in your headpiece, I think. I could hear it, but it was a little broken up. I don't know if everyone else was able to hear it or not. All right, so Fidel, I'm going to let you go last, but you are number 1. Selma, we're going to start with you. You're going to read number 2, and then we're going to have David is 3. David is 3, and we'll have 4. And I guess you all can see your numbers, I hope. 3. And 2. Okay, let's go here. 4 and 5. Yeah, we're gonna go here and do this one. All right. Selma, would you read, please?
Okay. It was a hot, sunny day. The waves of Santa Barbara were almost 3 feet high because of a distant Pacific storm. Surfers were having fun. Then the fun ended. One surfer started yelling. Surfers on the beach saw him swinging his arms. He went underwater. Then he came back up, shouting for help.
Okay, thank you. Now, Selma, can you summarize what you read just now?
A surfer who was having fun with strong waves, and suddenly he was attacked by a shark.
Good. Selma, were you in the lesson when we talked about flailing arms?
No, teacher, I wasn't.
Okay. Do you know what the word swinging arms mean?
When you are about to drown and you start shaking your hands.
And another word for swinging your arms is flailing. And that was from the story of Uncle Harry. I read a story entitled Uncle Harry. And in that story, the little child was flailing her arms because Uncle Harry wanted her to give him a hug. Let's see if I can find flailing. I'm going to see if I can find my picture of flailing. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, I don't see my picture of flailing.
Can we say, teacher, to tremble your arms?
It could be to tremble your arms, but it's something that, and things can flail in the wind when the wind is blowing the trees, the breeze, and the leaves are going backwards and forwards. They're flailing in the wind. All right, very nice. Okay, so number 3 will be David. Would you read for me?
Yeah, sure, Priscilla. He was in big trouble, said one woman on shore. She called 911. He was still shouting and fighting. They couldn't see a shark, but they knew the surfer was being attacked by one. Again, the surfer went under. 4 surfers hopped onto their boards and swam rapidly out to the surfer.
Okay. Are there any words in here that you find difficult to understand?
Understand no pronunciation. It's rapidly. How is the pronunciation of that?
Okay. So let me show you what this word rapidly might mean. Do you see this big wave? Do you see the big wave here? And this big wave? In this picture, there's a big wave. Well, that wave is rapidly getting bigger, which means it's getting bigger very fast. This shark here rapidly swam over to this man. He rapidly swam over. The helicopter rapidly flew to the injured person. So now you understand the word rapidly better, correct?
Yeah, it's fast.
Very fast. Very fast. Can you summarize this for me, David?
Yeah, sure. The surfer was in trouble, and they began to shout and fight and yelling for penny, and the other surfers see the guy who was suffering. They were to help the the surfer, and also they called 911 for help.
Okay. And what is shore?
Shore is beach.
Very good. It's the area where you walk. Good.
Yeah, very near to the ocean.
And what is this word here?
Hope. Hope is like I know the meaning of hope.
And it's not hope. That word is not hope though.
No.
That word is hopped. It's hopped.
Hop. Oh no. Could explain me, please?
Sure. There were 4 surfers. Do you know what surfers are?
Yeah, the guys that surf.
Okay, and what do surfers do?
Hope.
No. Forget that word. What do surfers do?
They surfing waves.
They surf on the waves. And what do they surf on the waves on? What do they use to surf on the waves?
A board.
Very good. And so these are their boards. And he has a board in his hand, right?
Yeah.
He's going to hop on this board. He's going to jump on top of it.
Jump on top. Okay.
So you know how a bunny rabbit jumps? A bunny rabbit hops? Hops. So he's going to hop on his board. Can you see him hopping on the board? In your mind's eye?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Now we will read Adela. Would you read for us, please?
By the time they got to him, he was alone. The shark had given up on the taste of the rubber wetsuit and the battle that the surfer had put up. The 20-year-old man was groaning in pain, but he was still alive. The surfers put him on a board and paddled back to shore.
Okay. Do you understand all the words in this section, Adela?
I tried to.
What does the word groaning mean? What does the word groaning mean?
No, groaning, I don't know.
Okay, listen to me. Oh, 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 the shark bit me. Oh, oh. What does groaning mean?
When people or a person is damaged, the sound or they say, or the noise about have a very damage, no?
What about someone that's what about to be in pain? Oh, the shark bit him, and so he's groaning. Oh, oh, I hurt so bad. So to groan means to be in pain, and to moan, you're moaning. All right.
Okay.
What is a wetsuit? Do you know what a wetsuit is?
A wetsuit is the wear to the surfers wear. This is black. Is
very good.
Very,
yeah, it's what they wear to keep their bodies from getting
neoprene. No, normally it's a tissue. The material is in Spain is neoprene.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what, but it is the fabric. It is fabric. It is fabric. All right. And let's see. Okay, and the word paddle. What does paddle mean?
I think come back to shore, no?
Yes, when they lay down on they're surfing with their surfing boards. So when he's coming back, he's usually lying down on it and paddling with his arms. He's using his arms as oars in the water. So he paddles back. Yeah. Okay, very nice. All right, and Ali, would you read for us? Ali?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we're listening. We're listening, Ali.
1 second. Yeah, a hospital spokesman. No, I don't think that he's going to make it, said someone on the beach. Look at that rig. A helicopter arrived shortly afterward. Paramedics hopped out and examined the victim. They thanked the surfer and the woman for their aid and put the man into the chopper.
Okay. This word, what is this word?
Chopper.
That's chopper?
Yeah.
Chopper.
Chopper.
Yeah, it's chopper. And do you know what a chopper is?
Yes, I think that the kind of thing that put on the victim on it to put it in the ambulance.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What is it?
A chopper is this thing.
It is equipment.
No, it's this. This is a chopper. It's a helicopter. A helicopter is a chopper. Okay? A helicopter is a chopper. The helicopter is a chopper. All right? This is the chopper. This thing.
It's for the it.
But there is other meaning, yes?
Well, there may be other meaning, but in this story, what is the meaning?
Okay.
In this story, what is a chopper? Hello? What is a
Hello.
chopper? Ali, what is a chopper in this story?
Helicopter.
Helicopter?
A helicopter. Now, your question to me was, does it have other meanings? Yes. A chopper can be something that you use in the kitchen to chop up onions or chop up potatoes. But we're talking about this story. So in this story, it is not about something that chop up potatoes, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So what we want to do is try to learn the words in the context of the story, and you learn it very deeply so that when you see it in other situations, if we were talking about kitchen items, you would say, nope, this is a different type of chopper.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So in this case, the chopper is this helicopter. Can you summarize this story, this section for me?
Yeah, I think that the ambulance guy determined the victim, and they thanked the server and the woman.
Yep, he thanked the woman. What does the word aid mean?
It's like help.
Very good. It's like help. And what is a paramedic?
Yes, paramedics. It's like ambulance guy. Yeah, they
Very good.
Yeah.
Those are the people who are the medical people who come out to help. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Did someone else come into the room? Did we get anyone else? Okay. Zorab, could you read number 6? You'll be number 6. Okay.
Yes.
You are number 6.
A hospital spokesman said an hour later that the surfer would survive. He was in fair condition. Meanwhile, because there was nothing they could do and because the waves were still good, most of the surfers were out on their boards.
Okay. And what does the word survive mean?
Survive mean is when men can keep their life.
Very good. When men can keep their lives, when men will not die. And the word waves, what does the word waves mean?
Waves, it is especially happen with sea when wind share water.
Okay. And what is a surfer?
Surfer when person have some extraordinary process that when have a pain that reflect their.
Are you giving me the definition for surfers? You're telling me about suffer.
Surfers. It is person that play with water waves.
Okay. So what is this word that you want to give me? What is that word?
I confused surfers.
Okay. So.
Suffer.
So, Zora, who am I? I want you to do something for me. I want you to look at this word, surfer. Surfer. What do these words mean?
Surfers, it is person who can play with waves, water waves.
Okay.
Surface, suffer, it is feeling that men can feel when they have pain. Surface, it is area that have everything.
Great. Were you in the lesson that I just did about chocolate milk?
Yes.
Okay. What was the surface that the chocolate milk sat on? What was the surface that the carton of milk sat? Where did the person put the carton of milk? What was the surface?
Surface, it can be in a refrigerator. In a refrigerator.
Okay,
In
well,
a,
where did they put the glass? What surface did they put the glass? What surface did they put the glass on?
uh,
Does
very
anyone else remember? I want you to.
yes.
Okay, what was it? What was the surface called? It starts with the letter C.
Surface, it is
With C-O-U-N.
Flounder.
Yay! Who said that?
Me.
Who
Selma.
is that? Very good. Thank you. It's a counter. Now I want you to, Zoab, I want you to use these three words in a sentence for me. Surfer, surfers, and surface.
surface, surface.
I'll do it first. The surfers were out in the ocean and one of the persons suffered an accident. They quickly brought him back and put him on the surface of the table, on the top of the table, on the surface of the table. I just want to make sure that you know these words deeply, the difference between the three. So give me a sentence even if it's not quite right. Just do your best, okay?
Okay. After accident, driver have suffered their broke down leg pain.
Okay. I didn't hear the word surface though. Did you use surface?
Suffer.
Okay, I want to hear the word surface. Surface.
Oh, okay. Sorry. But I have remember that you said your lesson we needn't apologize our mistake.
That's right. That's right. Don't. Love means never having to say I'm sorry.
Okay. After accident, driver suffer his broke down pain of his broke down leg.
And they placed him on the surface. And they placed him on the surface of the cot. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that you knew the word because you had used it in the wrong way earlier. All right. Let's see. Did Fidel get back? No, he did not. All right. So now what we're going to do is look at these words: beach, paramedic, chopper, shark, distant, shore, examine, storm, groan, surfer, helicopter, survive, beach, swing, hop, victim, Pacific, and yell. These are the vocabulary words in the story. I want you to either retell this story using these words, use part of this story and part of what you know how to use these words, but I want you to use all of these words as you tell the story. You can take as much time as you need to tell the story, and we will listen. Who would like to go first? Who would like to go first? Am I on mute? Who would like to go first? Nobody? All right, then I'll just call on someone. Let's see who will go first.
I'm the first. I'm the first.
Okay.
For example.
Okay, great, Adele. Thank you. You may
Right.
start. Okay, let me get the words back up for you so you can see them. All right, now they're up.
I choose the word
No,
or is all
I want
words?
you to say all the words, and then yes, you will use all of the words. I want you to use all of the words.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In a good beach.
No, I want you to say the words first.
No.
Say all the words first. I want you to pronounce the words first.
Sorry.
Pronounce all the words for me first. Say the
Chopper, shark, distant, shore, examine, storm, ground, suffer, helicopter, survive, beach, swim, hop, victim, Pacific, yell, paddle.
Great. Now give me your story.
In a distant beach, surfers swim in the waves when a shark appears in the Pacific Sea. In the beach, people see it, and they call to the helicopter paramedics because a surfer is same a victim about same a victim, but when arrive the paramedic, they examine it, and they the surfer grown a lot, and go out to the shopper, and in this moment, in a shore, people in a distance see a big storm and think about the possibility to survive in a
You're doing great.
in a this storm. When arrived the hospital, the surfer grown a lot, and I don't. They think he thinks about her friend and how paddle on the boards to go to help him. I don't know.
No, this one be the hop. They hopped onto the helicopter. They hopped onto the boards. They hopped onto their boards and went back out to the water. Okay, Adele, that was still good. You did good. And let's see. And the lady was yelling, "Help! Help!"
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Who's next? Who wants to be next? Who wants to be next?
Can I teacher?
Yes. Who wants to be next? What's your name or what number? Who wants to be next? What question this one?
Maybe it is Selma.
Okay, Selma. Okay, Selma, you want to
Okay.
go now? Okay, Selma.
Yes.
Oops, wait a minute. Wait, Selma. Let me put you down here so you can see yours. 2. Okay. Did someone have a question that they wanted to ask? Okay. Let me go ahead and do this because we're going to lose time if I wait for you all to decide. David, you'll be number 3. And 4 is Adela, and 5 is Ali. Oops. 5, Ali. And 6 is, who was 6? Zoab? 6, I think.
Yes.
All right. All right, Selma, you're ready. I'm ready. Go on now. You may start.
Okay. Deadly creature. July 26th. The family decided to. It was hot and it was humid and heavy weather, heavy day. The family decided to go to the beach to vent and to change the weather. The Unfortunately, when they reached the beach, the flag was red, and the waves were very high, and uh, they were s- they were strong and huge. So they decided to stay on the beach to watch. Meanwhile, while they were watching, there was an adventurous surfer who who decided to go on who decided to surf on these waves using his own boards. Uh, although he had other people told him that it's very dangerous, he didn't listen and he went on. So when he was surfing, he was suddenly attacked by a shark who was just swimming over him. Swimming over him rapidly, thanks to the giant waves. After 5 minutes, the family turned their eyes and they saw that horrendous view. So the women the the women of the family started yelling, "Please help! Is there anybody? Can anybody help him?" And people start shouting, and there was someone who called the ambulance. When the ambulance came over the beach, they hoped the paramedics they hoped uh, they helped out, and they examined the wounds of the surfer. So they found that they need to take him to the nearest hospital because he was in a very delicate situation. Mm, so all what they all what they could do was to call on a shopper that was near the beach. Uh, when the shopper reached the beach, when the helicopter arrived, the uh, the crew started examining the victim, and they found out that he's going to survive, but he needs a very large amount of time. So because he was groaning a lot about his uh, in about his wounds, Mm, mm. So they took him off the shore to the nearest
Okay, we're gonna have to stop
hospital.
with you, Summer, because everybody we may not get to everybody. Okay, but that's still good. That's still good. David, 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 please
Yes,
start.
Priscilla. Okay. Some surfers went to a beach in a nice day, and they decided to have fun, and they get into the Pacific Sea. So they hop on the boards, and they start to they start to swim and surfing some waves. Suddenly, in the distance, a surfer was yelling and groaning for pain. Um, so the others guys saw in the distance the surfer, and they called 911 for paramedic service. Um, they realized that the surfer was growing because a shark attacked him. A few minutes later, the helicopter arrived to the shore, um, and the surfers put on the guy on the chopper, and, and after a couple of hours, the the helicopter arrived to the hospital, and and and, and, and the doctor examine his injuries, but the doctor says that he was a victim from a shark attack, uh, but the doctor finally said that he is going to survive because his injuries wasn't be so so difficult. So, so yeah, and it's all.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ali? Is Ali still here? Okay, maybe Ali's not here. Zorab?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Who is this? Is it?
I want to tell you about a story that was happened last summer. It happened a specific ocean beach. It was evening when I started at the beach, and in the distance I could see three or four surfers that they can use oceans storm and play their game. I think they can very good play their game, but happened very dangerous that shark at that time or came shark and beat uh, one of that uh, guys and that time I decided to phone rescue service 911 because there was very dangerous event and 5 minutes later came helping helicopter and into that helicopter hopped paramedics and they started to examine that surfer and I think shark very dangerous bit its victim and that time I want to tell you that that guy very high yell and because their pain
Okay, I'm going to stop you there as well. All right, so this is what we have. You all did an awesome job. This was it was a bit challenging, I will say, to get these words, but that's okay. It's all in the process of learning how to do it. We're coming up at the top of the hour. I do have a class following this one, so I need to answer. Oh, Adela, I don't get to look at the chat when I'm not in there, but I see Adela has to leave. But thank you guys for coming, even if you have to leave. So let's go with our final word. Selma, would you like to give a final word? Selma? Maybe Selma's not here. So Zohab, would you like to give final words? Let's see. Are you hearing me? Hello? Let's see. Zohab, are you able to hear me? Would you like to
yes,
would you like to give final words?
yes, I want to say again that you are the best teacher, English teacher, because you give us your student a lot of opportunity to starting thinking English and speak a little fluently. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, and let me explain that there's a difference in my methodology and what I do. I am a conversational English coach. I don't teach grammar. The grammar will come just as a baby will be able to eat from the table once he has had his fill of drinking milk and has built up the tolerance for food. What I help you do is develop the ability to speak. And once you start speaking at the same rate that you speak in your native language, I want you to be able to speak in English that way. Once you're able to speak that way in English, then you can concentrate on learning the grammar. You can study true content, something that's more deep. But all in all, if you can't speak about something that's simple, it's going to be very much challenging for you to speak about something that has some volume to it. So that's what I do. I don't necessarily say that I have a textbook. There are resources and research that I do. I am finishing up my doctoral studies, and my doctoral studies is how to help foreign language learners develop their ability to speak with conversational English in a very fluid and comfortable manner without feeling stressed. So I try to alleviate that stress by giving you something easy to do, and it also helps me. It doesn't drain me to take something as simple as shark bites or chocolate milk, something that is innocent enough. And sometimes we'll have something that has some value, but it will still be light reading. But I appreciate your coming. I have another session following this one. If you would like, I have, I think, 3 more sessions. So if you'd like to participate in those, I would be happy to have you. But thanks again. I must go now so that I can open up the next class. Thanks for coming. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Oh, did you want to have the last words? I didn't know that you had gotten back. Would you like to have a last word before I close? Is there something you would like to share about the class? Okay, I guess not. Thank you, guys.